EagleAir TV, I'm Sam Krause.
And I'm Noah McWhorter.
For the first story of today's broadcast, we take a look at the new library coming to Nixa early this summer.
I think every community deserves a library, honestly, and it's a shame that Nixa hasn't had one up until now, and I'm just so happy the voters of Christian County decided that a library is necessary.
We're looking at about 75 days on the demolition and construction process, plus another few weeks to get the books and the shelving and the furniture and all that in there. So we're looking at a grand opening potentially at the end of May. So it's going to be very similar to our Ozark branch in square footage and in the perks that will be there. So it's just about 9,000 square feet with staff offices and everything like that. It's going to have a drive-through. It's going to have 2 private study rooms, a big community room, and a smaller community room where we'll do story times. Children's area with the children's collection, a teen area with the teen collection, and of course the adult collection with fiction and nonfiction.
I know in the children's area, similar to here in this library, we'll have like literacy stations where they can really kind of flex those literacy muscles for babies. And then for the teen section, we haven't finished the design specifically, but I go to Nixa High School and we're planning on asking some of them their opinions on the furniture to see what they would like. And then we'll choose furniture, hopefully, that we can get that's similar to what they want.
Since the Nixa branch is opening towards the end of May, that's right at the beginning of our summer reading program, which is really the busiest and possibly the most fun time at the library. So we see all kinds of children's programs and teens programs, like multiple ones every week, events going on, performers coming in. So you're gonna see right away lots of events and things happening where, you know, it's February, but we're in the process of planning and booking all those things right now.
Thanks, Chance. The new library will be located at 218 North McCroskey, right near McDonald's.
Up next, we take a look at a new program for students in foreign language classes. Sam Krause has more on the seal of biliteracy.
At Nixa High School, many students study a foreign language. Some students only take those classes for credit, but there are some who have a goal of being proficient in a second language. The Missouri Seal of Biliteracy offers students who wish to be proficient in a second language the ability to do so through free college credit.
Well, all of us teachers know that learning a language takes a tremendous amount of work and dedication, especially any of our students who have ever done that. They know how much work it takes, and we feel like those students deserve recognition for doing that. And also, there are ways that you can receive up to 12 hours of college credit at participating colleges, which is a really awesome opportunity for our students.
Learning a second language is very important in today's society. It helps people to get jobs and build solid international relationships.
I tell my students all the time, it just makes you a more well-rounded person. It helps you to think culturally. You accept other things. You're a little bit more easier to accept, or it's easier for people to accept once you've studied foreign languages. And honestly, it's a way to communicate. So my students, when they speak to me in the hallway or in the classroom, it's in French, because that's how you communicate with me. So it helps them in the school and out.
As the program becomes implemented at Nixa, teachers hope that it will help to boost enrollment in higher language courses.
You know, it just gives students the motivation to continue maybe past your level 2 Spanish or French class, and there are just so many benefits out there for learning another language that you can take it anywhere with you. So we're kind of hoping that it will encourage students to continue on.
The foreign language teachers expect the Seal of Biliteracy to be available for this year's seniors. For EagleAir TV, this is Sam Krause.
Thanks, Sam. That sounds like a great opportunity for our students.
Recently, Springfield has been cracking down on seatbelt laws. Mercedes Rich has more about Nixa High School's opinion of this.
Seatbelts. Should they be required at all times? Springfield and neighboring towns just adopted a new law allowing police officers to pull people over for not wearing a seatbelt. According to Missouri State Highway Patrol, a driver's chance of dying is 42 times greater if they don't have a seatbelt on. From first-hand standpoint, Officer Jody Hayes tells us his viewpoint on seatbelts.
I've seen multiple wrecks in my career, and the seatbelts do save lives. It's a proven fact. I've seen too many ejections, people not wearing seatbelts, and minor accidents that ended up killing someone because they didn't have their seatbelt on.
Assistant Principal David Kelly has personal reasons for supporting seatbelt laws.
I personally think it's a good law. I've had a family member who was killed in a car accident as a result of not wearing a seatbelt. And so for me, it hits really close to home. And I know that other people have personal experiences like that as well. People should have them on at all times, so I would be supportive of the law.
History teacher at Nixa High School, Greg Walker, gives us a different view on seatbelts, a personal choice for people to make themselves.
I think it's an overstepping of their limits on power. I could see that being used as a way to pull people over just to, I thought you weren't wearing your seatbelt when they're actually doing something else. Profiling, I guess.
Sophomore Macy Clark is hopeful this law may encourage students to start wearing seatbelts.
And I only wear my seatbelt whenever I'm traveling long distances or I'm not going somewhere that takes less than 5 minutes. So students probably won't listen, but seeing that if they get pulled over for it and they're like, oh, why did I get pulled over? Because you're not wearing your seatbelt. It's gonna be like, oh, okay, I'll maybe start wearing it.
Seatbelts provide safety and prevent critical injuries, saving lives. This law may decrease fatalities caused by car crashes. This has been Mercedes Rich, signing off for Eagle Air.
Thanks, Mercedes. As we settle into the new year, Cole Ayton and Michael Schimmer take a look at the movies from last year.
Hello and welcome to the first and possibly last monthly movie review. I'm your host, Michael Schimmer.
And I'm your co-host, Cole Ayton. Since this is our first episode, we'd like to do a full recap of 2017.
And a full review of what 2018 has to come.
So let's get started.
2017 was a great year for movies, with the U.S. making an overall $40 billion on film alone. Here are your top 5 grossing movies of 2017. First on the list is Star Wars The Last Jedi, making over $1.7 billion. Next is Fast and Furious 8, making $1.3 billion. Transformers The Last Night with $1.2 billion. Despicable Me 3 with $1 billion. And finally Beauty and the Beast, making an overall $950 million. Now let's see what the general public's favorite movies were in 2017.
The Greatest Showman and Jumanji.
I enjoyed It. That was a good movie.
I did get to go see the new Star Wars movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri, which was really good.
Interestingly enough, it seems like the Irish Times list and the general public's list of the top 5 movies are quite different. Now let's hear what a professional in the field has to say on the matter.
Well, the movies that did well in 2017, movies like Logan did well, Star Wars, Beauty and the Beast, Jumanji all did well, to name a few. Coming up, we have Avengers, which itself is a Marvel franchise movie, which is going to do really well. People want to see where Avengers is going to go, how they're going to bring the universe together with Guardians of the Galaxy, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther. Just all these individual movies are going to culminate on this one series. Actually, Avengers Infinity Wars is split into 2, so this is the beginning. So a lot of people want to see that. Solo, which comes out shortly after that, is a continuation of Star Wars kind of going off and doing its own independent stories with Disney kind of backing it. So a lot of people want to see where Han Solo came from, and this is the movie that's going to do it. So it's going to draw in a lot of people into that.
Thanks for tuning in to the first and possibly last monthly movie review. Again, I'm your host, Michael Schimmer.
And I'm your co-host, Cole Ayton. And
Thanks, guys. Finally, we take a look at this week's announcements with Liam Perkins and Sophia Stowe.
Welcome back, Nixa High School, to your announcements. Representatives from the following colleges will be here during STAR to talk to students. There are sign-up sheets in the counselor's office for more information.
National Honor Society sent out invitations to sophomores, juniors, and seniors to apply for membership this week. Applications will be due Monday, February 19th. Students will be notified after spring break in regard to membership. Please see Mrs. Magoon in room 268 for any questions.
Reminder to seniors and senior parents. Congratulate your graduate and support Project Graduation 2018 with the keepsake lawn sign personalized with your child's name. Visit school pay to order. The deadline is February 28th.
Yes, here's the link for the senior shirts. This store will be closed March 2nd at 11:59 p.m.
Thank you guys for tuning in to your announcements. Have a great day.
That's all for today's broadcast. Signing off for EagleAir TV, I'm Sam Krause.
And I'm Noah McWhorter. Be sure to stay up to date with all things Nixa journalism by following our social media. Have a great day, NHS.